Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to your Monday night show here with Car Boot Chris. And this week, eBay has absolutely destroyed me. Hey everybody, good evening. Welcome back to Monday night. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Even though I don't know if you are actually here, but some of you are here. And it's just me tonight. Belle has had a very, very busy week this week. Back down in Devon for a few days. That's taken it out of her. And she's been doing overtime and work all week. So she's taken a pass for tonight and she's got an early night. She's actually in bed right now. She's absolutely exhausted. So it's just me tonight. I hope that's okay with you guys. Tough otherwise. I'm sure it's fine. We're going to have a good time anyway. Lots to chat about. I can see lots of names popping in the chat. Welcome to everybody. Bear Eats World. I've just seen that name. Welcome to you. Have I seen that name before? How's everybody's week's been? Let me know. It's been an interesting one. And there's lots to talk about tonight. But before we do that, we're going to say hello to as many people as we possibly can in the chat in the allotted 2 minutes. Let me just find the old music. Here we go. Get your hellos in. I'm going to shout out everybody that I possibly can. If you're new here and you've never said hello, please say hello. Don't be scared. Don't be a scaredy cat. You can say hello. I will not bite your head off. I will not take the mickey unless you have a ridiculous username. And yeah, please say hello. Here we go. 2 minutes. Get your hellos in. Here we go. Let's go back to the beginning. Angel Delight is the first one in. Helen as well. Welcome to you. Deborah Sardine is here. James D. Hillary Rhodes. Kevin Hawthorne from Florida. Wow, I wish I was in Florida right now. Seriously. Samuel MBE. See What You Buy. Welcome to you. Emsden UK. Cavallis. Limelight Vinty, Resell Anything, The Monkey Thrifter, AC Global, John Parker, Brummy the Time Lord, Flipper Lee, Chris Tyler, Karen Evans, Left-Handed Hummingbird. Who else we got in? Come on, guys and girls. Come on. Patrick Mahomes, that's got to be Jeff. Dan Speak, Ravens Bazaar. Lucy's Car Boot Sale. Luke, welcome to Lucy. Appreciate you being here. Bear Eats World. Lin, Nefanify, Alex Retro. Oh, crikey. Who else we got here? Have we said Angel Delight? We haven't we? The first one. George's Treasure Shared. Sorry. I'm old. I can't help it. You'll have to forgive me. Nothing Major. Ready, Steady Retro. Chris Greaves. Karen Shields. Welcome to you. Dan is here. Roy Foden. Is that Phil's dad? Pitco, Richard Payne, Sarah. Enough said about that anyway. Queenie the Conquest. Fluffy the Muffin. Come on, who else is in here? Come on, get your hellos in. You've got like seconds left before that music runs out. I think we're at the bottom. See, I'm miles better than Belle. Belle's not good at this. No, she is actually. She's much better. But I have to press your names as well. Ricky Crow, good evening to you. Mark Hill, good evening. Lisa's in as well. There we go. That's it. 2 minutes is up. That's all you get. That's it. Oh. Anyway, how's people's eBay's been this week? We're going to talk about that. It's been a very interesting week this week, especially if you take part in, what do you call it? Co-funded group, not Groupons, co-funded coupons. We're going to talk about that bloody debacle. Well, it's not really a debacle, but it could be dealt with better by eBay. Let's be honest. You know what I'm talking about. If you've been taking part in all eBay's co-funded coupons, then you know what I'm talking about right now. Cheeky beggars. Cheeky beggars. Oh, the Ducks arrived in Blackpool. Nice one, Dan. I appreciate that. Well done on your victory. I'm much better now, Pitco. Thank you. I'm much better. I'm pretty much back to normal. I went back on the exercise bike a couple of days ago. Felt fine with it. It's taken me a month to get over that, by the way. And that is the longest illness I've had for as long as I can remember. Seriously, a whole month to really get back up and running. And I've had to be working. I've worked flat out the same as I would when I'm not ill as well, because that's what, unfortunately, it's what you have to do when you are self-employed. It's okay having a day off here and there. Don't get me wrong. You feel a bit sick or you feel like you can't be asked. Have a day off. It's not the end of the world. When you're really poorly and you've got to have a week off, 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off, 4 weeks off, that's not good, unfortunately. Someone's either got to help you or you just got to do it. And that is the reality of it. You can't really, as a full-timer, take a lot of time off. 1 or 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, yeah. But any more than that, you need help. I'm fine. It's Fluffy Muffin's birthday. Wow. Let's do it. Fluffy the Muffin. Here we go. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Yeah, have a good one, Muffin. Tracy's been selling like mad on eBay. Nice one. Is she? Why isn't Tracy joining this chat, Jeff? Tracy is now the reseller. You're not even a reseller. You're the statistician. Tracy's the reseller. So get Tracy in here. I'm sure she's watching anyway. Picking up lots of good tips and advice. Not for me. I'm talking about the chat. Oh, George. Yeah. I did send a message to George because I wasn't sure about something he said. And so I gave him a bit of advice that I don't know if he's right or wrong, but I did message him after his video. Let's see what else we got in here. DJ ME says, can we talk eBay? We're all about eBay pretty much. We will talk about other stuff, but we'll talk about whatever you like. Terrible January. It's not been great. It's not been great. I've certainly had better months, but it's a roller coaster. I'll have a look in a minute how my January went, and I'll let you know on eBay. Pitco, eBay's been pretty consistent for me the last couple of weeks. That's good news. At least it's been consistent for somebody. Thank you, Deborah. Yes, I am feeling much better. Hillary Rose, terrible on eBay for me this week. It's not been, this particular week has not been a good week. Not at all. Dizzy J is in. Chris Tyler, are we all going through our listings tomorrow to upgrade clothing grades? Well, Chris, yeah, I think that is a job for tomorrow. I don't know how long that's going to take, but excuse me, like I was saying last week, there is a little bit of a hack you can do via the bulk listing tool, which might help you do, maybe cut it in half the time that it takes. I'll briefly say it again, just in case anyone missed. So if you select all your relevant clothing listings from your listing page and go to the bulk editing tool, and on the bulk editing tool, there is a column that will show your pre-written condition that you've already written in there. And you might be able to get the gist from that, what the actual new condition should be. Fair, good, or excellent. I think that's it, isn't it? So you might be able to get a gist from that, what it should be, and therefore you'll be able to bulk edit it a lot quicker than doing it one at a time. You might not be able to do that with all your listings, but you might be able to do that with a good number of them. So it might be a little bit of a hack. There's probably better hacks. There's probably people who you can download your whole inventory onto a spreadsheet. I think you can do that anyway. Change your condition really quickly and then re-upload it. But don't ask me how to do that. I hate spreadsheets, but I'm pretty sure you can do something like that. Lisa says one sale over the weekend and listed loads. Oh, it's not been good, Lisa. It really hasn't. Hopefully it gets better soon. Dan's had flu symptoms for 5 weeks. It's horrible, Dan. It really is. Hopefully you feel better soon. There you go. Scouse Dan's had a good January, better than last January. That's what we like to hear. A bit of positivity. Thank you for the birthday cake. Lucy, welcome. So at the moment, having issues with health to do with kidneys. Oh, barely been listing, but have to give credit to my mum getting orders packed. That's nice. You've got help. That's the important thing. There's 2 of you there, so that's good. Hopefully you'll feel better soon. Tom's Reselling Life is in. Welcome. Tracy's a super busy woman. He didn't actually say super. I put that in completely of my own accord. Between running her coffee shops and trying to keep her insane husband in line, she doesn't have much free time. I understand that. You know I'm only kidding. Bell's Cozy Corner, who had a last-minute duck entry, by the way. eBay's been good for Richard. January was pretty good. Better than December, Richard. Are you crazy? You bucked the trend. Dan's bought a whiteboard. I had a whiteboard. I had a little one about this big that I got like from B&M or something. I used to have it up on the wall, and I used to have my weekly tasks that I needed to do and my monthly ones. I don't know where it is now. I've lost it in the move. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting to do something. Rachel, fantastic. Welcome to you. Pitco doesn't sell clothing. Well, that's good for you. You don't have to change all the bloody listings. And Lucy doesn't do clothing either. That's good for you. Will anyone be making a start at No, I will be fast asleep in bed. As soon as this show is finished, I'm going straight to bed. I'm not that desperate to do it, but I will. I'm going to have a go at the bulk listing tomorrow properly because I've only sort of tested it to see what it looks like. I'm going to have a go at that tomorrow morning. See if I can get the majority done. When I say majority, I think I'm talking about 500 or so listings. I'm hoping it's going to be a bit less, but when I narrow down the categories to what is accurate and not, I think it's going to be about 500 for me. Richard, glad I don't sell clothes. Don't worry, Richard, your time will come. When it comes to changing the categories on old VCRs and CRT TVs, that'll be your turn. It's just clothes right now, just the clothing section. It's not all clothes either. It's just the ones that come under clothing section, like stuff like sports jerseys. If you list them under sporting goods, sports jerseys, that's not counted. It's just the clothing section. I'm sure that the other categories will come in time, but at the moment, they've just gone clothing only and all subcategories of clothing. Evening Nights Life, welcome to you. Sales of the Unexpected's in as well. Good to see you on a Monday night. Reseller George had a good Vinted and Depop for January. I'm struggling on Vinted. I keep putting cross-listing stuff onto Vinted. There's not a lot of selling on there. I end up selling it on eBay, so I have to take it off Vinted. Yeah, I'm not doing much I keep cross-listing on a regular basis. Like every day, every other day, I seem to be cross-listing stuff, at least 5. But I'm really struggling with Vinted at the moment. I don't know if... What does everyone think about the whole Vinted Pro having your listings suppressed? Not suppressed, but allegedly. I don't know nothing about Vinted, really. I don't know the ins and outs. Like I feel like I know about eBay, and I don't even know that either. But you feel like you've been on eBay so long, you kind of get the little quirks. Vinted, I don't really know what the little quirks are yet. But there's rumors that if you're Vinted Pro, your listing is underneath normal Vinted sellers. I feel like I was selling loads when I had my normal Vinted account. When I left my normal Vinted account, I had nearly 500 feedbacks on there, which gutted me that I couldn't keep that. And I was selling loads using that account. Like every bit of crap I put up there, I sold. And now I seem to be really struggling on the Pro account. I don't know. Those doing really well on Vinted, are you also Pro, or are you still on the normal Vinted account? George's Treasure Shed, have you just sent £5? That's naughty. You definitely don't need to pay me, but I appreciate it. You don't need to pay me for a shout out. For once you're a member, so you get extra special priority for shout outs anyway. But thank you very much, George. You'll be probably going to get that £5 back anyway, because when I get some coasters off you soon, if you can do a good print on them or whatever. Last 2 weeks not been good for Monkey. Fingers crossed, things get better. Keep plugging away. Let's get down the chat a bit. Can we just ignore it? Unfortunately not, Rachel. It's one of them, you got to face it. Face your demons head on. Stop being lazy. Just get it done. Dan's 3 weeks ahead with scheduled listings. That's good. I like that. And that is a good point. Gives you a bit of breathing space when you're not well. Good point. I like that. I've had a few stale items on eBay listed on Vinted. They almost immediately sold on eBay. Sounds about right, That's kind of what's been happening to me. Defo different, says AC. Used to sell loads more on my private. I did as well, you know. AC, I swear to God, I sold loads more. It was much busier on my private account. Yeah, George, listen, I would not move unless you're told to, because I think there's a big difference. I don't know if it's because people see the Pro thing and think, oh, I'm not buying from a professional, when in fact they're actually getting a better service. I actually put this in the Discord, like I was going to do it. In fact, I'll share it in a minute. Let me just get my Vinted account up and I'll share what I did on it. Let me get my Vinted account. Just give me 2 seconds and I'm going to get to George's little plug. Don't worry, George. I'm going to do it. I'm going to share your page and everything. I'm going to give you £5 worth. Let me just log into my Vinted. I'm going to share it. I'm going to show you something I did. It ain't going to make no difference because no one reads it, but where's my profile? Sorry. Where's my StreamYard gone? Oh, there it is. Thought I'd lost you then. Right, let's get to George. Thank you again, George. I appreciate it. Right, could I ask a huge favor? Give me a follow and whatnot. Got a Funko Pop show Saturday the 15th, 7 p.m. Is that this Saturday? I don't know what day it is. It's the 3rd, isn't it? That's next Saturday. George, next Saturday. You're not doing it this Saturday. Saturday 15th, 7 p.m. 150 items, bargains to be had. I like a Funko show. I like buying the Funkos, so I'm glad you're doing one of them. Right, let me just share the screen, because if any of you are actually on Whatnot, I want you to go at some point this evening and please give George a follow. It means a lot to him. It means so much to him that he's paid me £5 for this plug. I did have it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's share that one. Has that worked? No, where? There it is. So here we are. This is on desktop. It looks different on a mobile app, but This is George's page. So far, he got 5-star rating, 8 reviews, 133 sold, 1 day average ship time, super fast shipping, 141 followers, following 402 followers. He's got his coasters in the shop, I think. Yeah. Only £4 each on the coasters. And he's got this show scheduled. I'm going to bookmark it myself there, George. There you go. Proof. Saturday 15th, 7 p.m. I've bookmarked it. Anyone else want to go and bookmark it? He's got 6 bookmark right. He's got 6 bookmarks right now. Let's at least get that to 15 before the end of this show. Come on, I'm gonna come back to that later. We're gonna give George some proper plug-in. That sounded wrong, didn't it? Don't clip that. George, don't you dare clip that. Okay, pro's very up and down. It's crap being a pro seller. You know what? I think you're right, Tam. I think it's absolutely killed it for me, pro. I know some people are doing pretty well. I've seen a few resellers, doing well. I keep listing every couple of days, put another 5 on, and then they just go and sell on eBay. I'm struggling to get any traction. Don't, Queenie. I would say wait until you have to. I am in game. Welcome to you. I'm good, thank you very much. Still on normal Vinted. George, you only come in here when you want to when Arsenal win a game. Yeah. The thing is, Arsenal don't know what humble means. You know what makes me laugh, though? I mean, Arsenal absolutely battered us. You absolutely battered us. We were shit. Let's face it. But we're shit right now anyway. But what makes me laugh about that 5-1 absolute smashing by Arsenal is that they're still not going to win the league. So they've been waiting ages to smash us. They've been waiting ages to smash us and catch us up and beat us to the league. And now they're going to get beaten by Liverpool. So unlucky, maybe next year. But we'll be back next year, don't worry. Oh, Thrift Up, welcome. Patrick, do they allow betting in the UK on the football matches or any sports? In the US, nothing but ads. Oh, you can bet on sports, absolutely. You can bet on football. Yeah, totally. I'm not really a betting person other than the lottery. I don't really bet. I don't like bet on the Grand National every year or anything like that. I know a lot of people do, but not really a betting person in that respect. But I will put the lottery, and we're in the postcode lottery as well. Is this now George times 3 in the chat? Have we got 3 Georges? Yeah, we have. We've got Reseller George, George's Treasure Shed, and yourself. There's probably more who've not shouted up. George must be a very popular name. My dad was called George. It's a George fest. I know, exactly. Oh, there you go. Lisa's got one of George's coasters. Which George? Are we talking about George's Treasure Shed? I'm getting confused. Chris doing a better promotion for £5. I'll do anything for a £5. Don't clip that. Don't clip that and put it with the other clip. We've got a triple George. Oh, they totally did, Patrick. Yeah. Oh, totally deserved. I saw it coming, to be honest with you. Saw it coming. We're just not good enough right now. Yeah, Liverpool have got it. Here's my prediction. Liverpool win the league with 4 games left. I think they're going to absolutely they're just going to keep winning. And I think Arsenal Arsenal will played well against us, but I think they'll still slip up and they'll still lose the odd game, draw the odd game, and Liverpool will just carry on. And I think Liverpool will have the league sewn up with about 4 games left, which means they'll probably win by about 12 points. I think it's going to be a runaway win by Liverpool. Thrift up. I can't pay you, but pay you £5. But can you plug me up, Scotty, to get to my first 100? There you go. Thrift up. Look sharp. Go follow him. YouTube. Maximus he used to be as well, in case you didn't know. This is Maximus as Thrift Up Look Sharp. My daughter was in nappies last time Arsenal won the league. She leaves uni this year. Tommy Trades, welcome to you. There you go. Tam, please sub to Max's new channel. George of the Jungle. A royal name. It is actually. Yeah, it is. Oh. I always got accused of asking questions at work, just like Curious George. That's funny. Clipped. Great. Lovely. No, you haven't. You've not clipped that. I've got so many clips of people. I've got a clip of Tam. I've got a clip of George. I've got a clip of Ems. I've got multiple clips of Emsden. I'm saving them for when I need to blackmail people, basically. I've got some great clips. Plugged for a £5, yes. No, please don't, George. No. I will absolutely... No, it's fine. I'm only kidding. I tell you what, they're doing bloody well, aren't they? It's hard to see if it's hard to say they're going to stay there, but they keep getting the results, don't they? And they've got a gap. They've got a gap there. They're going to have to lose a couple, and everyone else keep winning. And right now, we've got a tough month, and we're not going to win all our games this month. We'll be lucky to win one. Exactly that. Yeah. I'm still Maximus. Do you prefer to be called Maximus or Max? What's your prefer? Because I've been calling you Max on those messages recently, on our emails that we've been exchanging. We'll talk about that maybe next week on the show. Something coming up potentially on the channel. But do you prefer Max or Maximus? Yeah, we've got a nightmare month, haven't we? Nightmare. Do Man City get top 4? I think we'll finish. I think we'll get 4th. I think we'll finish 4th. That's my. I don't like to predict anything because I don't like putting the heebie-jeebies on it, but I would like to think we'll get 4th. But if we don't, we don't. It's not the end of the world, is it? It's a football game. There are certainly worse things happening in the world. We've had 15 amazing years. As a City fan, it's been absolutely bloody amazing for 15 years. If we never win another thing again, I'm happy. It's been bloody brilliant. If we get done with these charges, which I don't think we are, by the way, if we get done and we never win another thing, we get relegated to League 2 like everyone wants us to be, which I don't think is going to happen for 1 minute. But if we did, I'm happy. We've won everything there is to be won in the last 15 years, and we've done it multiple times. If you'd have told me that 15 years ago, I'd have snapped your hand off. That is true. Yes. But you shouldn't have said it, George. Oh, okay, I can carry on with Max then. It's just easier, that, isn't it, than Maximus? It's like saying to me, Christopher. No one calls me Christopher. Here we go. Here's a proper question. Paula has finally dropped in and given us a question. Thoughts on how tomorrow's changes will go? Probably like anything else that eBay try and do, Paula. It'll probably be a shit show. I expect we're going to see some weird stuff going on, like on eBay, like maybe with your sales. Maybe it'll go dead. Maybe we'll have loads of sales. Maybe we'll have spurts. Spurts? Is that good? Don't click that. We'll have spurts of sales and it'll be like, what's going on? I've just had 5 sales in 2 minutes. Could be something like that. It could just go normal and we think nothing's happened. I don't know, Paula, but I feel like it's a hell of a lot of changes happening on one day. By the way, the buyer protection changes that are coming in, they're not all happening tomorrow on the 4th. So when I read eBay's most recent announcement, they've actually written in their announcement that from the 4th, those buyer protection charges and changes are being rolled out over the coming weeks. So it's not all going to go click and everyone's got buyer protection, charges and stuff. It's not all happening tomorrow. It's starting tomorrow. That's the way I read it. So maybe they've thought maybe we need to reword this to say it's not all happening on one day. So it's being rolled out over the coming weeks. It's not all going to happen at once. That might help things a little bit. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I keep hitting that with my chin. Is my chin really that big? Stu Mandry, welcome to you. Good evening. Watching Chelsea. Oh, are you a Chelsea fan, Rachel? I don't know what the score is. Oh, George, you have put something out, haven't you? I suppose you did pay me a £5. Did you support them in League Two? I've been a fan all my life. I've been to games when we were playing bloody Doncaster and Gillingham, and I was a season ticket holder with my dad in 1989 for about 3 years in the latter end of our season ticket. And then we had a season ticket around, me and Belle had a season ticket a few years back when we were winning the league. We did the Centurion. I think that was the season we had a season ticket. We had 2 seasons of a season ticket. Then we moved down to Devon, so we gave it up. Yeah, I've been a City fan all my life. Don't know any different. Got it from my dad. He took us to football. One of the first games I ever saw was incredible. I remember it absolutely vividly, and you would remember a game like this, but it was probably one of the first games I ever went to, was when we beat Huddersfield 10-1 and 3 hat tricks in one game. That was an amazing game. I remember it like it was yesterday, honest to God. Sorry about all the football talk, guys. We will throw a bit of reselling in there. If we're doing shout outs for people. Oh, Lucy's got a shout out. If we're doing shout outs, I want to shout out someone amazing and smashing this YouTube game, Rachel. Fantastic. Go and check out Rachel's videos. Nice shout out. Have you ever gone a whole season unbeaten? I don't think so, Married to Reselling, but we have won four titles in a row, which no one has ever done in the history of the top league. The entire history of the top league, no one has ever won 4 in a row. We've also got 100 points in one season, which nobody has ever done. Have you ever won? Has Arsenal ever got 100 points in one season? Or anybody else? No is the answer to that. City never won the Super Bowl. will we get charged to relist all clothing items? You don't have to relist them, JP. You just have to edit them. You don't have to relist them. You've just got to make sure your condition is correct out of the 3. eBay are going to default to good on everything. That's what they're telling us. They're going to default everything to good. It's up to you then whether you leave it as good, which some things might well just be good. You might just want to leave it, or change it to excellent or fair. So that's all you got to do. You don't need to relist everything. I only get one duck. ChatGPT will erase any duplicates. There you go. Samuel MBE says the buy protection fee will be gradually rolled out. I just need to... I've got a little heater on in here. I need to turn it off. I'm sweating my tits off here. Oh, my God. I've got a little heater there. It's a bit chilly. Woo! I am getting warm. This is a good... I like this question, Limelight. Does anyone give themselves a pay rise? I have, yeah. I've given myself several pay rises, believe it or not. I used to pay myself... When I first started full-time, I paid myself $1,800 every month. I just paid myself the same amount. That way, I knew I had my bills covered. Excuse me. I knew I had my bills covered, and also gave some stability to the business, knowing that that was the amount that always comes out, and it gave stability to me, like a wage of a job, knowing that I would always pay myself that much. And then about a year ago, I upped it. I paid myself £2,000 a month. And then this, about last month or the month before, I can't remember. Might have been the month before. I'm paying myself 2.5 every month now. So yeah, I've given myself 3 pay rises in the last sort of 6 years as a full-timer. Before I went full-time, I basically didn't pay myself anything. I just replowed money back into the business, back into stock, back into business infrastructure, things like laptops, printers, everything you need, lighting, all that stuff. I just kept plowing it back into the business. But when I went full-time, obviously you have to take a wage. You have to draw money out. Some people do it differently. Some people just draw out like for bills, to pay bills. But I just like to have that stability of drawing out a steady wage so that I know I can pay my bills and I've got this much extra. And then I don't draw anything else out of the business for the rest of the month. I just pay it myself like a wage. That's what I do. Does anybody else do that? I'm interested to hear. As a question from Bear Eats World, has anyone had an autograph authenticated and could recommend a good company? I haven't, unfortunately. Whenever I get stuff that's like autographed, without a certificate, I tend to just... I know you'll get less money for it, but list it as... just a signature which can't be authenticated. Yeah, that's what I tend to do. Actually, I've got two tops here that have got autographs. In fact, I'll show you. Hang on a sec. I've got these at the moment that I've not dealt with yet. 2 Bruins tops. One's a jersey. So I've got this Bruins top. Can you see that? Okay. It's got on the bottom. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this okay, but on the bottom here, see on the white bit? Oh, bollocks. See on that white bit there? The white strip, there's signatures all along it. I don't know. The lighting's not good for that. There's signatures all over it, so I've got to deal with that. But it'll just be, uncertified, whatever. And on this vintage jacket, which is nice, Got this really nice jacket here. Bruins again, funnily enough. This is just a coincidence. I've got a ton of signatures. Look at all those signatures on it. All those signatures there. And look at this on the back. On the logo on the back, look at that. Absolutely covered in signatures. I don't know how many there is, but there's a lot. So I've got those to list. There's no way I can authenticate those. But the answer to that, Bear, is I don't know. But I don't know if anyone else in the chat has got an answer to that. Chelsea fan Rachel is. Will Arsenal? I predict no. I don't think they will. I was 6 in 1989. 1989. I bet I'm well behind in the chat here, aren't I? Oh no, 5 minutes. I was 11. 78 I was born. Yeah, looking good now. Looking good now, Thomas. That money is looking very, very good. Cost a £5 for a shout. That's good, Dan. Good to hear. I know. I've never spoke to anybody who says, "Oh, I started supporting." I'm not even talking about City here. I'm talking about any club. I've never spoke to someone who supports a team and, oh yeah, I started supporting them 5 years ago, when they won the league or whatever. I've never spoke to anybody like that. Helen says, I have a problem Sunday. Plymouth Argyle on my home team, but have supported Liverpool for years. I just wish it could. Oh, that would have been a good ticket to get, wouldn't it, for you? What a game, yeah. Tommy's having a culling of the eBay store tomorrow when making... That's not a bad idea, Tommy, actually. It's an opportunity, isn't it, to have a look at those listings. I'm cold now in here. Turn that off. I'm bloody freezing. Yeah, it's a good idea to have a bit of a cull at the same time. Yeah, there is that as well. Hi, Flipping Wolf. Welcome. What's the latest gossip? Oh, loads going on at the minute, Wolf. Perfect excuse to reevaluate. Dan said we're going out all day tomorrow. That's how we're dealing with the changes. You pay yourself? Occasionally. Just once a month, Rachel. That's all I can do right now. Dan supports the other team in Sky Blue. I think Rachel is saying he holds his money into an account and pays himself a set amount each month. Yeah, I definitely think it's a good idea to not just for you as a person to manage your own personal finances, but also for your business to know that really I need to be paying myself that much every month. And I need to make sure I've still got money in my business account in case I need to do a big deal, or you need to have that cash flow there just for quiet times when it's shit like it is now, or you got a big deal to do or whatever, got fees to pay that you don't expect. eBay. Thomas says, do you think Trump's tariffs will make much difference across the world, and specifically if they implement tariffs on the UK? I've not read much about it, Thomas. I've only seen a couple of things in the news about it, but I guess it depends if it applies to just brand new goods, or is it used goods, or how it's going to be applied. I guess that's the main thing. But yeah, I don't know much about it, Thomas. I mean, feel free to let us know what it means or what it can mean. I don't think it affects shoes, Martin. No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. I did show last week a list of items. I'm pretty sure it doesn't affect shoes right now. Chris, have you thrown all the plushies away you got from Side? Most of them, Chris, but I've kept a handful that I think should at least get me my money back, if nothing else. Might even make a small profit on a handful of them. Like the Arthur one. What else was there? Even the hand knitted one might actually get me a bit of money back. Sold a few hand knitted, handmade plushies before for like £20 mark. Yeah, the majority have gone. I donated the ones that weren't dirty but didn't have much value to me to charity. About half went in the bin, and a few I've kept to work on. Good evening, David M. Welcome. Tommy Trade's goal is to do that, Chris. Want to move to monthly payouts, but have been needing the cash ASAP recently as still on a daily. Rather have the lump sum than all the daily. Yeah, it makes life a lot easier, Tommy, especially on your accounting. Having daily payouts is a pain in the backside for accounting. It just makes your job much longer. I would highly recommend I have weekly payouts from eBay, but I would highly recommend paying yourself once a month. But obviously, you're gonna have to build up to that, because at the moment, if you're paying yourself on the daily or weekly, to change to monthly means you've got to go several weeks without that payment. So yeah, you can do it. You can definitely do it. Yeah, that is a thing, Wolf. Yeah, you get an extra charge for the international stuff. Welcome to everybody. I'm just looking through. Lucy wasn't even born in 89. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It started, things changed when Sinatra took over, the Thai guy, the guy from Thailand. Thaksin Shinawatra, something like that. Well, people called him Sinatra. He came in for a couple of years, didn't he? Then it looked like he was going to get locked up or something, so he sold up. But he sold up to the current owners, and boy, did he do a good job of finding them. We owe a lot to Sinatra. It started from them. From there, he brought some money into the club. Not a lot of money compared to what the current owners have brought in, but he came in and invested a bit and then sold it. The jersey I want to authenticate is an NFL Patriots Super Bowl 49 jersey signed by Tom Brady. Sells for $200 unauthenticated and over $1K if authenticated. I got it for £8 in a market. Oh, that's good, that Bear Eats World. I don't know. You're going to have to just do a bit of research on that. Just Google. I mean, you've probably done it anyway, but obviously just Google like authentication services and signatures and stuff. I don't know how much a service like that would cost. The thing is, what you got to think about it. Say it costs you £100 to have it authenticated. It could be more than that. It could be less. I'm just throwing a number out there. And then it comes back as not authenticated. You've then got a jersey that's not genuine with a signature that's fake, and you've almost got no value on it now because you've got a fake signature. Or you sell it as unauthenticated, which could mean either, but you're just selling it as is and take what you can for it. £200 from £8 would still be a good shout. It's kind of like almost like don't poke the bear type thing. Let the buyer decide if they think it's real or not. Just my thoughts out loud. Don't poke the bear. In fact, don't poke the bear. I didn't even notice I did that. It's one of them nights, isn't it? Fair weather fans, yeah. Peter Ray's at Chelsea. I know Peter Ray's at Chelsea. Pitco, I found a good tip. Put a small video guiding buyers to view all photos and to make sure to check the item description, and if they can't see what they're looking for, to contact you, as I often have unlisted stock. Oh, that's interesting, Pitco. So add a video. Use that video slot on your picture list to put a video that's the same one each time, just telling people, interesting. I'm just trying to think in reality if that's a good thing. Interesting suggestion. I like it. You could use AI. Yeah. Fluffy the Muffin. I invested in premium bonds for my next tax bill inspired by Chris. I normally put it in savings. Oh, give it a try, Fluffy. Although don't blame me if you don't win anything. But it's good fun anyway, and you're not going to lose because your money will always be there. It's not like you're risking your actual money. All you're doing is risking your interest. But it's good fun anyway to see if you win. In fact, tomorrow, what date is it now? 3rd. 4th, tomorrow I'll learn if last month I won anything on my premium bonds. You get an email every month, or you can log in and check, like on the first couple of days of the month, see if you've won. I then use that. I'm not saying you have to do this, but you can do what you want with your winnings. But I use any winnings to overpay on our mortgage. That's what I do with it. Paula says, does the close condition change tomorrow apply to private sellers too? I don't know that, but I would imagine yes. I would imagine it's going to apply to everybody. That I can't remember for sure, but it would make zero sense for them not to make that change on everything. It's got to be an everyone change. There's no way they're gonna just say condition for business sellers is this and condition for private sellers. I don't think that's the case. I'm going to say it's an everyone change, that one. Please, anyone in the chat, if you know for sure, correct me on it. I love daily payouts. I can't be asked with the constant accounting stuff that you need to do with daily. Tracy writes herself a physical check called an owner's drawer from her business regularly to keep the books straight. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing, Jeff. On QuickBooks, on my bank account, I'll just withdraw or transfer from my business account to my personal account. And then on QuickBooks, you put it as owner withdrawal and you just account it as that. So when you do that, it means it doesn't get put down as an expense because it's not an allowable expense drawing your money out. It's taxable. Dig Vintage. I take a monthly wage and put 20% of turnover in a savings for cash, for tax. Surplus at the end of the year goes to pay off buy-to-let mortgage. Yeah, that's a good idea, Dig. You've got to have a plan like that. You've got to make your money work for you. 100%. That's a good idea. At the moment, I pay myself 2.5, and I put 500 of that away for tax. It goes into the premium bonds. So every month, 500 goes in. And then when it comes to paying the tax, I pay it out. If I earn anything on the premium bonds, it goes to paying off the mortgage. Lucy was born 8th of February, 1994. Hang on a minute, Lucy. 8th of February? Are you joking? Why are you only just telling us this now?
Happy birthday! Woo!
Happy birthday to Lucy for the 8th. When is the 8th? 5 days' time. Is that the weekend? It's got to be weekend, hasn't it? I've lost the last comment. There it is. Well, have a good birthday this week. Oh, Paul and Junie. Yeah. Did you see my latest thing? Well, Latest video, plus I did a short on it, plus it's on TikTok. And I tell you what, people have lost their heads on TikTok. It's full of absolute numpties. I've had to tell a few of them to go give their head a wobble. Seriously, on TikTok. It's gone mental on there. I've only been in once, and obviously I saw that super dry jacket for £32.50. What have you got any more examples of crazy pricing in that shop? I don't think he is anymore. We could look him up. Should we look him up? I know it's been a lot of football talk today. Where? Oh, bugger it. I can't type anymore. Where is Faction? Is it Faction? Sinawat. There it is. Where is? He's in a self-imposed exile at the moment. Self-imposed exile. Sinatra. He's a Thai politician and businessman who served as the 23rd Prime Minister of Thailand from 2001 to 2006. So after he finished as Prime Minister, he must have taken us over. Oh, he was deposed in a military coup in 2006. I can't actually find out where he is now. Where are you now is what I asked, not the whole bloody thing. He's out, I think. Released on parole. He returned home. This is of no interest to most people. Former Thai PM, Thakskin, released on parole from police hospital. So he's out, I think. Anyway, let's get back to the chat. Interesting to know. Uwe Rosler, what a player. He was brilliant. I loved Uwe Rosler. Loved him. He was great. And the GOAT. The GOAT was my favourite. I love Sean Goater. I love him now when he goes and does like commentary spots and stuff. He's such a good guy. He's such a nice guy. You know, they have Sean Goater Day in Bermuda on under his name. Sean Goater Day. The Liverpool owners are decent. I would change one thing. I wish they'd spend a bit more on players. You do realise you've spent more than us, Lisa. In the last 10 years, I think you've spent over $1 billion, which is less than what we've spent. I've invited Let Loose on Toys to come over here. He's another fellow reseller I found whilst falling down a rabbit hole. Nice. Thank you for inviting. Welcome if you're here, Let Loose on Toys. I'm on monthly payouts. It definitely helps with the accounts and keeping track. I might yet move to monthly. I'm on weekly at the moment. I'm quite happy with weekly. But I might consider moving to monthly at some point in the future. I don't think I'm going this week because we're going back to Manchester on Sunday and I'm going to see my mum for the day. So I'm probably not going to be there this week, but I might be there the one after. I sold a signed stereophonics program that I had a return on last year, but I said it wasn't authentic. That's a shame. I guess you can't, really prove it unless they are like experts or they are, maybe they just suspected it wasn't genuine. Oh, Sean Goater signed from Rotherham in the 90s. Nice. I use a video if the item is battery operated and working. That's a good idea, Lucy. Yeah. I use them occasionally. It always does seem to work. I always sell. I've said this loads of times. Whenever I put a video on, it always does help to sell it. Never have a problem selling something when there's a video on there. Anyone have issues with Barclays the other day? I've not heard of anything, Chris. I'm not with Barclays, but don't know. Pitco, if anyone wants to see an example of the video I have on my listings, I could post a link to one of my listings so people can see. Good idea, Pitco. Feel free if you want to post a link if anyone wants to go and have a look at his video. Samuel says we went sourcing in mold a few weeks back. It's interesting you say that, Samuel. We went to mold at the weekend, and there'll be a video coming out. I actually really liked mold, and there's one particular shop I thought was really good. One charity shop was really good. I probably could have bought a lot more, but to be fair, I don't really need the stock, but I probably could have bought more, and we're definitely going back to mold. I really liked the town, and I really liked most of the charity shops. Though we didn't get loads, but I thought they were better than probably most towns around here. If you go to Prestatyn, Rill, places like that, you might as well not bother. But mold was good for me. I liked it. Paul and Julie, they were selling second-hand trainers for £35 in the Mind Shop, and an Xbox 360 games for £2.50, and CEX selling them for £1. Ooh, they're not going to last long, are they, if they carry on like that? I'm not just saying that from a reseller point of view, but who's buying stuff like that for themselves? Who? You know, I'd love to buy more stuff for myself in a charity shop, but prices are so damn high. I'm struggling to even find things for myself. Not when you take into account the players we've sold. Yeah, same with us though, Lisa. We've sold millions. Our net spend is way less than Liverpool's. If you look at it, our net spend, we're about 10th in the table of net spend in the Premier League in the last 10 years. I'm not trying to compete with you here, but sometimes I think like a lot of Liverpool fans feel like they haven't spent money. They spent a lot of money. We've spent a lot of money, but when you take the net spend, like players sold to players bought, and then you've got the bit in between, City are way down the list. We sell a lot of our academy products, for really good money. It's crazy, really. When you actually look at the genuine net spend of teams, United are top, by the way. United have the biggest net spend in the last 10 years of any team in the Premier League. I think Liverpool, Spurs, is it Chelsea are up there as well? I saw a table the other day, and we're like something like 8th, 9th, or 10th. We're way down. Pitco's on monthly pay. King Clancy, what a player! Oh, he was great. He was great. Didn't stay with us for long when you think about it. I think he was with us for like, I think he was with us for only like 2 seasons or something. Loads of banks been hacked. Really? I've not heard anything about this. Tariffs can be very specific, much like contracts. A lot of the time it will be for new goods. So potentially, if that was the case, and maybe lots of people will buy second. Oh, it could push people to secondhand, couldn't it? Yeah. I don't really know much about it, Thomas. I guess it'll all come out in the wash at some point. There's Pitco's link if anyone wants to check his video. Charity shop's not worth it in Wolf's area. not worth it in a lot of people's areas, unfortunately, mine included, really. When you look at the time spent, I mean, we tend to do charity shopping like on our days off. Like we went to Mold this weekend, but we did it as a leisure day. But I was making a video. We were trying to find stuff to flip. Belle was looking for stuff for herself. It was a leisure day, really, but also it was a thrifting trip too. But I would be very reluctant to spend my weekdays going around charity shops trying to find stuff, because I don't think it's a good use of time. When you think about, like, you could do 3, I think at Mold, I can't remember how many items I got. I must have got about 10 items maybe in Mold. I spent like 3.5 hours, half an hour there, half an hour back. So you're talking 4.5 hours to pick up 10 items in Mold. You've got to ask yourself, is that a good use of time? I don't think it is. Inconsistent pricing. Random pricing, isn't it? Random. Cancer research, possibly the most expensive. However, they're selling 5 DVDs for £1. It's not bad. Charity shops usually price bigger items to sell quickly as they take up a lot of space on the shop floor. Good point. Yeah. I do think we'll find 5 to 10 years, most charity shops will not be on the high street anymore. I don't think they will be. I think they'll start to come to realize that their actual high street shops are not making enough money to pay the wages of the managers and maybe one staff member. Some don't even have a staff member. Some are all run by volunteers plus one manager. Most of them always have a manager. I think in 5 years, we'll probably not see many charity shops on the high street anymore, because they'll all go online. They'll lose all those overheads that it costs them to run a high street shop, and they'll move it all online, like, you know, much like we do, and get the top prices they can for items like we do. And we'll see the end probably of high street shops. Maybe charities will have the odd, I mean, they still got to get the donations, and that's what charity shops at the moment, you know, probably good for, is a point of contact to go and drop your donations off. So they're probably still going to have the odd sort of drop off point around places, like, especially like local charities. Like if there's a hospice charity, hospices are area based. So a hospice might have half a dozen charity shops in a certain area, in a certain council borough or whatever. So they might have a distribution center, and they'll say to people, come and drop off at the distribution center, or we'll have 2 drop off points. We'll have this shop or this unit where you can go and drop off. They might have 2, might open a unit where they'll have one staff member accepting goods. And I think that's where it will go. I think they'll probably just have units dotted around the place accepting donations. That'll all get shipped to head office distribution center. Everything will go online, and then that'll be it. There'll be little or no high street shops. I do think 5 years, it's already happening. We're seeing charity shops actually shut, close down. And it doesn't mean the charity is dead. It doesn't mean the charity is closed down. It just means that they can't afford to run the high street shops anymore. Paul and Julie said, I saw a jacket in the mine shop, £65. I guess it depends what make it is. If it was like, you know, a mint condition Canada Goose or something like that, you know, I'm just trying to think of something that's expensive, then, you know, I can understand it. But what was it? Yeah, definitely don't go down to Bristol. Tommy Trades has got that wrapped up down there. Yeah, I agree. Big warehouse units. Yeah. Yeah, totally. The charity I used to work at in Tameside, the hospice charity, they had a big distribution center where all their donations like ultimately ended up. I mean, they had 8 shops and then a distribution center. But what they started doing was they created a big area of space in the distribution center because it was massive, this building, that they turned into basically a shop. And every Saturday they'd open up the distribution center to the public and people could buy direct from them. But the distribution center was also where they dealt with all their eBay, their Amazon, and all their online platforms. So yeah, I could definitely see more of that happening. Big warehouse units. A lot of them just run on auctions, AC. A lot of them do. I think most of them actually run on auctions for that reason, so that they don't have stock hanging about for months on end. I think the majority do. I follow a few charities on eBay. Sometimes I'll pick up a bargain even on eBay from charities when they've started them at 99p auctions and it doesn't go to very high. So I'll watch a few. I think most of them actually do auctions. Life in the First Lane, welcome. Paul's had lots of new charity shops opening around there recently. That's good. That's good, Paul. What? A River Island jacket? This could be my next video, Paul. I'm in shock. A River Island jacket for £65. I need to go and video that. That's crazy. Exactly, yeah. That's who I used to work for. We went to Denby before, not much going on there. Mold's good. I like Mold's got about 10, 11 charity shops. Plus, there's a couple on the outskirts that are not in the town centre. Plus, there is also the departmental store as well, which we didn't have time to go to this time. You'd be surprised about that, AC. We had lots of people working in the warehouse. But don't forget, there's lots of different jobs to be done. Lots of different jobs, especially if they actually open to the public as well, because then you've got the front-facing stuff and the tills, and there's so many different jobs to be done. You'd be surprised at what volunteers like to do. And yes, a lot of them who are seasoned shop workers and shop volunteers will probably leave volunteering altogether if the shop's closed, because that's what they know and love and have got used to and don't like change and whatnot. But you'll be surprised, people that work in these distribution centers. We've found charity shops being really rude recently when donating stuff, decent stuff as well. No thank yous and actually like you're an inconvenience. Yeah. Yeah. I can appreciate that. I've heard some really poor conversations. I don't want to diss charity shops too much, but I've been in charity shops when I've heard, people sort of, staff members sort of like, oh, can we see what you brought in? Like, and literally rooting through it. Yeah, we'll take that. No, we don't want that. Yeah, we'll take that. No, we don't want books. We don't want DVDs, but we'll take the clothes. We'll take that. We'll take that. No, we don't want that. I'm like, if they do that when I go in, I'll never go in again. It's like, I'm donating something here that you can sell. You can't refuse. To be fair to Willowwood, when I worked for them, they had a policy. They never refused anything. They would always accept whatever donations you came with. That was a policy. I don't know if it still is, but it was we never refuse a donation. Because people don't come back. If you make somebody go somewhere else when you've taken the time to go to a charity that perhaps you are closer to, maybe you want to donate stuff because you've had a family member who's been involved with the charity, receive their benefit, whatever, and then they refuse your donation. That's like a really bad insult to me anyway. Mold's nice. I actually like the town itself as well. It was a really nice town, really surprised. It's the first time we've actually walked around the town centre. We did kind of think about it when we moved up here about mould, and we kind of drove through there and looked at a few things, but we never walked the town centre. Really nice town centre. Really enjoyed that day there. We're definitely going back again. I've always heard mould was bad. Mould is good. Tommy Trades, I was behind a lady that got refused to donate her stuff. I followed her out of the shop and bought her stuff for £10 direct, and then sold the Vibro foot circulating thing for £90. Well, good on you, Tommy, for that. Good on you. And they missed out on that, didn't they? Paul and Judy, I used to work in a charity shop as a volunteer, and I used to price things up for 50p, and they said, yeah, they would do. If a lot of stuff in a charity shop was 50p or a pound, it'd fly out the door, wouldn't it? Not saying everything. I'm just saying, if you want to turn over your stock quickly, that's what you got to do. What I was going to say was, right, eBay destroyed me this week. We've finally come to the title of the video. eBay. I don't know. Did eBay destroy you this week as well? Because they absolutely destroyed me. And I'm not saying it's their fault entirely, but so here's how it went. The week started Monday. Well, Tuesday really is the start of the week, because you've had your payout Monday night. Tuesday is kind of the start of the new week, Tuesday to Monday. And made some sales. I was having a good day Monday. Good day Tuesday. Came to Wednesday, and eBay took £170 out of my account, out of my earnings. They wiped me out. I was having a good Tuesday for 24 hours. eBay took £170, and I was in negative. I was down to minus £20. Now, I know a few resellers out there who also experience this. There's a few in the Discord as well. And what it was, for those of us who had been taking part over Christmas, and I think these particular charges related to Black Friday period, that kind of period before Christmas, for those of us who have been taking part in those co-funded coupons. So if you had an email from eBay saying, would you like to take part in this coupon? It's a 20% off. You'll be part of it. You have to sign a contract, and you as the seller pay 60% of the coupon. And us at eBay, we're going to be really kind, and we're going to pay 40% of your coupon. So it's a 60-40 deal. And that's how it works pretty much on all of those co-funded coupons. And I've been entering them all. My opinion is anything that brings traffic to my store, anything that makes sales for me, anything that gets stuff moving and out the door, even if it's smaller profit, I'll take it. But the way eBay have gone about this really annoyed me. And I think it's annoyed a few people out there as well. What they did was, on Wednesday just gone, they took 4 lots of coupons, 4 different coupons in one go, all from the Black Friday period. And as well, this is in shop payment week as well. So I've got my shop fees to pay this week out as well. So they took 4 in one go. And the annoying thing is they were quite big because it was Black Friday week. It was from that period. So £170 in fees went out. It was in 60-40 fees. You know what I'm talking about. They always take the co-funded coupons later on, which is stupid. We agreed to it. I agreed to it. I signed the contract. I'm okay with it. Whatever. You can take them whenever. But when they actually take 4 in a row in one day, it does hurt you. £170 came out of my account. It put me into negative on my 90-day. Into negative. It was annoying. I understand I agreed to it. I signed the contract. But why don't they take the payment at the time of sale? They do it with fees. They do it with promoted listings. Why can't they do it with the co-funded coupons? It makes no sense why they wait. Just do it. Take it at the time. If I've sold something for £20, take your fee, take your promoted listings, and take your 60% co-funded coupon as well. Take it. Do it at that time, and then I'm not having to pay later. I don't want to do buy now, pay later, although I agreed to it. So partly my fault. But I wish eBay would change that, because now my attitude is I don't want to take part in any co-funded coupons anymore. I don't care about the whole sales thing. I don't want to take part in it because that annoys me how they take 4 in one go. There's another reason why I don't want to take part in co-funded coupons anymore. It's a lack of transparency. It's very, very poor that I'm paying a fee, yet I can't see. There is absolutely nowhere on eBay's account, nowhere on your co-funded coupons information or your bill that tells you what items you sold and how much it costs you in co-funded coupons. There's nowhere that says that information at all. eBay needs to change that because there's a lack of transparency there. I don't know. They could have charged me for any items. You know, one of those coupons cost me £60 out of the 170. I don't know what items they relate to. There is that information is not there at all. And that's naughty, I think. That is really naughty. Anyway, so that 170 on Wednesday put me into negative. So I was back down to next to nothing. And then at the weekend, I was back in another co-funded coupon that I had no choice but to be in because I'd already signed the contract. So I was back in another co-funded coupon for 20% all weekend, which only ends tonight. So in a couple of months' time, I'm going to get charged for this one. It's fine. I've already done it now, whatever. But also I had a sale running for 20%. So I've got fees, coupons, charges coming out of my ears. And then eBay took their shop fee, which is 92 quid. So it's been a proper crappy week. It really has. And they've taken loads of fees off me. I've had a sale, so I've been giving away money anyway. I've had coupons on. I've been giving money away there. But who knows? Maybe if I hadn't done any of that, I'll be even worse off because even my sales might have been even shitter. But I've been on to eBay for Business today, and I'm still enrolled in 2 coupons co-funded over the next few weeks. I think another one starts tomorrow, which thankfully is only a 10% one, so I'll only pay 6% of that one. So I'm not too worried about that one. But there's one at the end of February that's a 20%, and I've asked eBay if I can back out of it, if I can rescind my contract. I've said I don't want to be in it anymore. There's a lack of transparency. You're taking all the money in one go. It's very naughty. There's no way for me to see where this money is coming from and what sales it relates to. I don't want to be in them anymore. It's not normally like me to be that negative. I normally go for anything that promotes sales, but I don't like this. I don't like it. Don't put me into the red eBay because it pisses me off. Don't like it. This week has felt like I've worked for almost nothing. Really. I mean, anyway, it's been very annoying that. It's been a slow week anyway, but if you put a slow week with all your co-funded coupons coming out, 20% off coupon, sale put on, and your shop fees, you might as well write it off. We might as well forget about it. So that was eBay has literally destroyed me this week. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. We'll get over it. It's not the end of the world. AC said they always, they do. They always take. I've never had one this big though, AC, and that is because when I had a look at the co-funded coupons list, because there is actually a list you can look at as ones that you've been entered into and how much it's cost you and stuff. And I've still got more to come because I entered loads. It's my bloody fault. This particular week relates to Black Friday week. Of course, it's going to be big ones. So yeah, I had it last month as well, where they took some, but it only amounted to like 40 quid or something. It was very small, so it didn't bother me that much. I just thought, well, I've had the sales. I mean, at the end of the day, I've had the sales. So I probably had a good November, a good December as a result of it. But it feels a bit naughty, like taking them all together. Like take them a week later. If you can't take them at the time of sale, take them 1 week later and we'll pay it there and then. Don't take 4 in one go or 6 in one go. It's bloody annoying. Sorry, I didn't realize that. Yeah. They need to deal with it better. It annoyed me, that one, this time. Yeah. It tells you the amounts, but it doesn't itemize. I want itemized. I want to know what items sold, and I want to know per item what I paid for that coupon. I think I have a right to that information. If eBay are charging me that fee, I think it's wrong that they're not giving me that information. Lisa had that as well. Shop fee 92, £30 refund. It's horrible, isn't it? Tommy as well. Didn't have the co-funded, but I did have a 2. Oh, yeah, you had that horrible return, didn't you? Hey, I don't know, Tommy. That's a bad one. That's a horrible return, that. I'm sorry. Random question. Have you ever had a views data underreported alert come up on your YouTube channel? No, not had that one, Wolf. Not had that one. That is a new one. Tap Peddler also says, I'm not signing up to any more coupons. I had stopped the last couple anyway, as I didn't see a significant uptake. Yeah, I'm not doing any more. I've already turned one down. I had one come yesterday. I declined it. I'm not doing any more until they improve how that works. I'm not doing it anymore. I think a lot of people are like that, actually. I've seen a few people talking about this. Oh, thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. Reseller George, priority promos or BS to avoid the offer. Priority promos. Oh, I want priority promos. Oh, I know what you're talking about, yeah. I've used those promos. I've not had much issue. As long as you follow the rules, I've not had much issue with them. I made sales with them, but I stopped the promo before it started charging me. Paul says, hi, Chris, had a bad one today. You would have been gutted too. Putting a TV up in the kitchen. Didn't realize I was leaning on some shelving I'd put up. Oh, God, what happened here? Is it a disaster, Paul? Is there a part 2 to that? Let us know. Uh, 2.9% started the ball rolling on my sales in the last couple. Is that promoted listings? It's frustrating as it proves there are buyers out there, but unless you offer more to eBay, they're not sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, that is true. Oh, here's part 2. Brought the top shelf down, smashed my Universal Ride Hard Rock Cafe alien glasses. Oh, no. And smashed a load more kitchen stuff. Oh, no. Oh, I'll do this just to cheer you up.
Oh no.
Sorry, I had to do that, Paul. What else are we going to talk about? D-Day tomorrow. We kind of already talked about it. It's a big day for eBay, but they are rolling these changes out from tomorrow, not necessarily doing it all in one day, which is probably good news, really. Can you imagine if they did it all in one day? It'd be bloody terrible, wouldn't it? So we'll see what happens. We've all got to sit there and manually change all our bloody clothing listings on the condition side. I'm hoping it's not going to be as bad as what we thought it's going to be, but it could still be bad, especially if you've got I mean, if you've got more than 500 listings, it's going to be bad, isn't it? Something else I want to talk about, AI listings. Did you see on the eBay seller update that you can soon or now, they kind of said it was now, but actually when you read the small print, it's rolling out again, which means no one's got it. Soon you'll be able to do AI bulk listings by photograph. So basically, you'll be able to upload a bulk load of photos, as literally eBay say as many as you want. You could upload 100 items with 10 photos on each, and the system is going to attempt to use AI to create a draft listing. So it will identify the item, it will make a title, it will fill in as many item specifics as you can. And then what you're going to have to do as manually is go through each draft and check it, make sure it's correct, make changes, whatever, and then you'll be able to list it. And allegedly, that system of AI bulk listing is going to save you a shitload of time. We'll see about that. We'll see how it goes. I like the idea of it, if I'm honest. It's not dissimilar to me using a virtual assistant that I use at the minute. I use a VA. I am going to make a video about it. I'm gathering information. I'm hoping to have a video out maybe next week about my VA. Basically, I take photos, I send them to my VA, and he makes the drafts based on the photo. So it's very, very similar, but using AI. My question is the AI going to be good enough to identify what it is? Will it be good enough to create a listing? What happens if there's no evidence of an item on eBay? So there's no listing. It's a rare item. There's no listing. There's no sold history. Will it go to the internet to try and find it? Or will it just say, oh, sorry, I couldn't make this listing? Is it going to be like that, really hit and miss? Tell me what you think about AI bulk listing. Is it a tool that you're going to try? Do you think if it works, it's the one that you'll use? I mean, if it works, I probably won't. If it works, I probably won't need a VA anymore. So that'll be Tariq getting the sack. How good will it be? I'm guessing initially it's probably not going to be that good. But like anything with AI, it will learn. And it will only learn by doing, and that's how AI works, isn't it? It learns as it goes along. So I don't know if it will monitor, like say AI does a listing for you, a draft. If you make changes to that draft, will it see the changes when you list it and learn from it for the next time someone uploads something similar? That would be amazing, because that would mean that over time the system will learn what to put in, and effectively it should get a lot better over time. Let me know what you think. No problem. Ever looked into storage unit locker auction sites? I have looked at a few, Tommy. There's a couple up here in North Wales. I've considered having a go at one, but I don't know. I might do, just for a video, if nothing else. Good evening. I try not to miss your live videos. Do you go live every Monday? Every Monday, 8 p.m, almost without fail. You can find us here on the YouTube. The AI bulk photo listing don't work. Have you tried it, Pitco? Is it available to you? It's not available on my page yet. It is going to be when you go onto your Seller Hub on desktop. You can only do it desktop, and it's not available to everybody yet. Apparently, by the end of March, it'll be available to everyone. When you go to your Seller Hub and you go over to the right and you click Create Listing, at the moment there's two options there. there should be an extra option that will say create listing by uploading photographs or words to that effect. So that is where you'll find it. So have a look, see if you have access to it, because they are rolling it out. But it's not on mine yet. I'm interested to give it a go. Oh, Ready Steady Retro has joined the members. Well done, Ready Steady Retro. Thank you for joining us. I really do appreciate it. That actually gives me a little bit of a, I think, send me a message so we can get you into the Discord. I can send you a link and stuff. So thank you very much for joining and welcome to the club. That reminds me, a big thank you to all our channel members. Everybody who's joined the membership is down below. I think we have about 50 members at the moment. It might be 51 since Andrew joined a couple of weeks ago. Thank you to all you guys and girls down here. A really nice bunch of people that we all help each other in our little Discord group. So feel free to join up if you want to give it a try, even if it's just for 1 month. I won't be offended if you join for a month and say, you know, oh, it's not for me. I'm gonna leave. That's absolutely fine. Be good to see you in there. A big thank you to everybody. If you can take the clean photos of the item, labels, etc., it reads it and can read the measurements I take. Have you already got it, Tommy? Is it already available to you? That's interesting. It sounds like it might say initially it might save a little bit of time, but over time as it learns, maybe it will save us more time. If it can get it right most of the time, I'll be happy. I think it will be very hit and miss at first. AI is dangerous for the future. Who knows what it brings? I don't know. I think so, Lisa. I think it will attempt to fill in as much detail as possible in your listing, other than the stuff that you change yourself. But I think it's going to do most of it. AI can only learn if it's punished. I've got 10 bookmarks on my show and some new followers. Oh, that'll do, George. I'll take that. Well done, everybody. Thank you very much for giving George a follow or a bookmark on his. Maybe people have followed you, George, who are not that interested in Funko, but I'll wait for a different show. AI is developing really fast. Yeah, it is. There you go. George is giving us a plug on the membership. Thank you, George. And thank you for being a part of our group. Sounds like a good idea. But if the AI descriptions are anything to go by, yeah. I hope it doesn't automatically put those silly long descriptions in, because I don't use those. I want the AI app built into Apple Vision, so when I look at items, it shows me the average sold price and estimates a margin. One day, Tommy, and I bet it's not far off. One day that'll happen, I reckon. I wonder what secret keywords AI knows. Always good to tune on here with Chris and the reselling community. Together we can discuss our issues. Oh, thank you for that, and welcome. Thanks for being here. Giving up your Monday night. Paul says, Chris, has Pitco mentioned the Flipping Ain't Easy channel to you yet? Monday and Friday, John and Jenna in Vegas, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. UK. We're on there most times. Some good info plus a bit of fun. 11 p.m. though to 1 a.m. I'm long gone by then. I'm too old for that kind of time. But I might try and watch one back. Let me write that down. Where's my pen? Pen's on the floor. What is it again? Flipping ain't easy. I'll write it down. Flipping ain't Easy. YouTube. I'll have a look afterwards. Oh, by the way, tonight's duck race prize, the duck race is coming up for those of you waiting, is these 2 ducks. I can't remember who these came from, a bit like last week. I do apologise. If you donated these to me, I've had them a while and they're just coming out now. Got 2 ducks. These are tonight's duck race prize. We are running a little bit low on duck race prizes. If anybody wants to come forth with a duck race prize, please send me a message. You can always keep hold of the prize rather than send it to me and then me send it to someone. You can always keep hold of the prize and send it direct to a winner. That makes life a lot easier, and it means 2 lots of postage aren't spent. I'm not particularly bothered about doing it, but to send things twice is a bit silly. So feel free to hang on to things. If you don't want to hang on to something and sell it, then just send it to me and I'll do it. It's absolutely fine. I just appreciate any duck race prizes. We are a little bit low on duck race prizes, so if you've got anything you think might be suitable, even if it's just like sweets, chocolate, doesn't have to be duck related, anything you like, send me a message. I always like to get duck race prizes. Paul and Julie, Chris, if you ever want to meet up for a coffee, oh, I'd love to. Yeah, absolutely. Send me a message, we'll organize it. You can come over here if you want. Come and have a brew at Car Boot Chris HQ. Or we can meet up somewhere, I don't know. Whatever you like, send me a message. Always happy to do that. The biggest drawback... Oh, tariffs paused. It's funny we're talking about that. There's tariffs paused, apparently. Biggest, most obvious drawback of implementing AI is the development can be costly. I don't know much about the cost of it, but I would imagine it would be. What's that? Where's Shoutouts going? What does that mean, Tommy? I'm not sure what you mean there. Yeah, send it. Send it on. I'll deal with it. Thank you. I appreciate any donations. The only thing I would say is if you send me any prizes, make sure you send me a packet of Percy pigs. They are not for a prize. They are just for me. So send the ducks for the duck race and the Percy pigs for me. Even though I'm on a diet, I don't care. I'm having those Percy pigs. In 20 years' time, all the car boots will be selling Temu stuff. I tell you what, and Shine, and that as well, probably. And Primark are already doing that. No, Primark don't last that long, does it? I'm going to take that banner off. Thank you again to all our channel members. You've had your name up in lights for absolutely ages there. Oh, shout outs. Tommy Trades has got episode 2 of Talk of the Trades tomorrow, 11 a.m. Go join Tommy Trades. Go subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe for now and you just want to watch one and see if he's any good, which he is, look out tomorrow, 11 a.m. Talk of the Trades. Another good daytime show. It's great to have the daytime lives on because I love it. Because I'm working Monday to Friday during the day. I'm sat here listing and photographing and stuff. I love to have lives on this big screen here. I love it. It's much better than me keep trawling videos and stuff. So I love to see lives coming on. I'm still waiting for M's Den to do their first ever live. And I think M's Den could fill a Wednesday lunchtime slot. It could be called, and you can take this name if you like, the Wednesday board meeting. I think M's Den need to do that on a regular basis. I think it'll give your channel a big boost, and we'll all come and join M's Den for the Wednesday board meeting. You heard it here first. Get the card. It's yeah. Nobody's sending me anything. I might get it up and running again. M's Den are not even here, are they? They didn't even hear me. I love Percy pigs. I don't even mind if you send me the cheap Poundland ones or the Aldi ones. They're all the same as far as I'm concerned. I'll take any. And marzipan fruits. Oh, I love those. Did I tell you, George? Belle dipped them in dark, 85% dark chocolate. We love dark chocolate. Dip them in melted chocolate. Put them in the freezer. Bloody hell, they were good. Love those. UC Vintage, welcome to you. Thanks for joining us. We're going to do duck race in a minute, but I'm just going to carry on chatting. Belle's fast asleep. She's been asleep for a couple of hours, so you've got me for as long as you want me. I'm not particularly tired, so I'm happy to carry on, chat about what you like. Maybe we'll give it to 2 hours. We'll do a duck race and call it a night. That's true. One more for you, Chris. Primo chemo. What the heck is that? Why are you having me write all this stuff down? I can't even write these days. Primo. Has anyone else lost the ability to write since being a reseller? I don't write anything. My writing has gone downhill since I became a reseller. Primo chemo. Mondays and Wednesdays, 6 p.m. What the hell? You put yourself about a bit, don't you, Paul? A show without Bell's supervision. Football, do anything for a fiver. Percy Pigs, £5 sponsorship. Exactly, Fluffy the Muffin. Exactly. It's much better, isn't it? That's fake. No, I'm joking. I like having Bell here to bounce off. I'm going to try and catch Tommy tomorrow at 11. Talk of the trades. 11 o'clock tomorrow. Oh, BT still pondering through car boot pods. Up to 150 now. I haven't done that many podcasts. I've only done about 50. I don't actually know how many podcasts I've done. Maybe you're just watching the videos. Try the podcast if you've not tried those already. It's coming back. I promise you guys. I promise the podcast is coming back very, very, very soon. I'm just trying to iron out a couple of things, but it might not happen. So I'm just gonna crack on with it if it doesn't. Santa's been a member for 29 months. Thank you, Santa. That's very kind of you. Exactly. Emsden, Wednesday board meeting. Done. Make it happen. At the very least, I think Emsden, I'm putting this challenge out. They're going to hate this. I know. They're absolutely cringing in their toes right now. Is that even a thing? They're going to hate this. I challenge Emsden to give us one Wednesday board meeting live. And if it goes all right, you could do one a month. You could do one a week. I'm challenging you. It doesn't have to be a Wednesday. You can make Thursday board meeting. You can do a Friday board meeting, or you can do a Monday board meeting. Monday's quite busy actually for board meetings because we've got Pete's show. Tuesday we've got talk of the trades. So you've got Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday spare. Okay. So there's my challenge. I've laid it down to Emsden. I want to see a live. Thrift up. I'm going to be live on TikTok at work tomorrow. Wow. Live on TikTok. Doing what? Thrift up. Max. Yeah, I don't think it will last long enough for that. Flipping Wolf, I spent 3 hours earlier prepping my tax for submission in a month's time. Nice, good luck. Oh, I'll tell you what, Matt, that bloody debobbler is amazing. This is the best debobbler ever. Let me show you. Oh. If you do clothing, this debobbler is the best ever. It is so powerful, and it's rechargeable. So you just plug it in and charge it up. The charge lasts for ages. I've had this on charge, and it lasts for about a month before you have to recharge it. It's got 3 speeds on it. It's on 70% at the minute. This is the best damn debobbler ever. It is miles better than them cheap pound shop ones. You pay about 15 quid-ish for it, but get it on Amazon. Amazing debobbler, that, honest to God. And it's got a light on it, so if you want to debobble in the dark, fill your boots. Oh, thank you, Angel. Have you had a drink tonight? Nafanify sent out the wrong parcels because I couldn't read my writing. My writing has gone terrible because I barely. The only time I write these days, it's probably very rare, like once a week. I don't write anything anymore. Anyone else watch James? I don't know. I don't know who that is. I've not watched them. Tier Prince is back on the 3rd of March. Thank you for letting me know that, Paul and Julie. I know I was expecting it to be within the next few weeks, so that's interesting. It's very hit and miss, though, Tier Prince, isn't it? Very hit and miss. Sometimes it can be great. I've had some great scores there, really great. But then sometimes I go there and I think, oh, should have just gone to Real. But Real's not going to be on until probably at least Easter. Jeff, can we get a full price sale clip from Emsden UK? Yeah, I actually do have that on my phone. I'm so sad. But instead of the full price sale, we can run this one. This is for the weekly board meeting that Emsden are about to do. They're going to hate me for this. They're not going to do it, by the way. They won't. I don't think they'll do it.
We love cooking the Highlands. We love cooking the Highlands. We love cooking the Highlands.
I don't think they love us anymore after this, and it's not cooking Haynes anymore. You have to give me a new clip. We love Car Boot Chris and Belle. Oh, got the silver one, says UC Vintage. A multi-purpose vibrator. Oh, Queenie got one. Oh, this has been brilliant, Queenie. I tell you what, this has been amazing, this debobbler. If it breaks after 6 months, I'll buy another one. It's bloody brilliant, that. I've got some serious bobbles out with that one. Really? Did you, Santa? Did you get the same one as me? I didn't know there was another. It's battery, but it's rechargeable. Bloody good, though. Yeah, thanks, Monkey. Well, this is the thing, to be honest with you. I don't think they'd have enough coffee available. So, yeah, it could be a bit of a downer for that reason. It could be that they're not able to do it for the coffee supply. Damn it. Don't give them an excuse. Flipping Wolf, I write all my parcels out. Don't own a printer. Get a printer. Come on. I'm the same since reselling with writing. Yeah, my writing is awful. This is my, these are my, you probably won't be able to read this whenever I try and show something. But this is my notes for, I mean, I don't do that many notes these days. I used to have really long notes for a show just so that I had something to talk about. But look at the state of this. Look at the state of that writing. Can you read that? It's bloody terrible, isn't it? Awful writing. Same one. Oh, it's great. It's such a good debobbler. Sorry, it's sad. It's so sad talking about this, isn't it? The things that we get happy about as a reseller. I've also got a little handheld Hoover. You know, like a portable one, like that you'd use in the car. But I've got one of those that also recharges, and that's really good. You know, when you buy clothing and when you open the pockets, it's full of crumbs and stuff. Instead of going and tipping it out in the sink or down the toilet, I've got one of the, I haven't got it to hand. It's downstairs, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd show you. But I've got this really neat handheld Hoover, and you can just hoover out the pockets. Brilliant. We try and feature a coffee or Wetherspoon's breakfast in every video, trying to get a sponsorship deal. Emsden, you're remaining very, very quiet on my idea, but I appreciate that. I know you're not that keen on doing a live, but I do think you should try it because I think you'd be great. Exactly, yeah. Oh, yeah. One of the best things I've bought for the business has got to be the thermal printer. 100 quid well spent, that. Good writing, Chris. I'm a left-hander. I could never write. My writing's not changed since I was 11. That's disgusting. Paul and Julie, car boot sales, Rowan and Taliban, 2025. Cool. At least we've got some dates coming up, haven't we? Anyway, we're back to the, we're at the bottom of the chat. Any more questions, comments or anything? Coming up on the channel this week, if you stay tuned, if you want to subscribe, if you're not subscribed to me already, it'd be very nice of you to subscribe. Nearly at 15,000 subs. Never thought I'd get there, but 15,000 subs. Thank you all so much. If you're not subbed, please sub. But coming up this week on the channel, I've got a video out midweek. I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. I've got a choice of a couple in my book to do. So a midweek video, and we will have a charity shop run video out at the weekend. So we're trying charity shops, a different town, local, and we'll see if we can find anything decent in the charity shops. Which ones did I do? I did Abergele charity shops this week. So that is out at the weekend. So look out for that one. We'll see what we pick up, see if it's still worth. I mean, we'll keep asking the question. You know, is it, what towns are good for charity shopping on the North Wales coast? I might go further afield. I might go further inland. I might do some charity shopping when I'm back in Manchester. I might even do a car boot in Manchester, actually. See if there's one on that I can do. Yeah, well, that's coming up on the channel. Ian's got a Mumbin thermal. Yeah, they're all, it don't matter what thermal printer you got, they're all bloody good. They all save you a fortune in time and money. Another one there, Mary Hughes Memorial Playing Field. Cool. I'll give that a try. Lisa's got a Mumbin. I might do one. I might do at some point, Scarstan. Yeah, I might do. We've just booked to come to Liverpool. It's not till June, mind. We're only coming for the day, but we're going to do Liverpool in the day, and we're going to see the Only Fools and Horses musical in the evening at the theatre in Liverpool. But that's not till June. But we've organised it now. We've organised it, paid for it, and stuff. So yeah, we'll be coming that day. But I don't think I'll be doing charity shopping because I don't want to walk into the theatre filled with bags of clothing. So I might have a look in a couple of charity shops, see if it's worth coming back. But yeah, that's planned. But we want to do Liverpool on another day, so we might do it another day. Warrington car boots, good. Thought I'd put that out there. I think I've been once when I lived in Manchester a few years back. I think I went to Warrington once. I can't remember much about it, but Kez says apparently Nottingham has the highest number of charity shops. Really? Nottingham? Is that AI telling you that, Kez, or have you Googled it or what? I guess it's not about quantity, but quality. This will be the 150th duck race. 150, the big 150. Thank you for the information, Patrick. These are the 2 duck race prizes for tonight's duck race. I can't remember who they're from. If they're from you, please put it in the chat. I've had them a little while in the box, so I can't remember who they're from. I apologize, but if anyone has duck race prizes for me, then please send them to me or keep hold of them and let me know what you've got. Oh, you went to see the one with Vinnie Jones in? That would have been good. I'm looking forward to it, actually. I've been wanting to see the Only Fools musical for a while, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it, even though it's not till June. At least it's something to look forward to. At the moment, it feels pretty grim. It's cold, it's damp. We've got to have stuff to look forward to, haven't we? I haven't got any holidays booked. That's always a downer. Another milestone duck race. Are you going to add some extra chocolate? I haven't got any, AC. I haven't got any. No chocolate to add to that one. I live 30 minutes from Nottingham. Tons of charity shops, but they're scattered all over the place and not many in the city centre. Is there like a loop you can do? You know, like a run? Like you can go to that one, that one, that one, that one. Put it in your Google Maps and go around it. Is there like a charity shop run you could do? That's what I always like doing that. I don't know, Uncle Albert. I don't know. I want to see the Tina Turner musical. Well, the only reason we're getting to see the Only Fools and Horses musical in Liverpool is because it's touring the country. So it's going around to all different theatres this year. And Liverpool, it's going to Liverpool near us. We actually didn't realise, but last week it spent a week at Llandudno, or Llandudno as they call it here in Wales. It spent like a week at Llandudno, which is only half an hour away from us, and we didn't realise it was on. It was too late. So when Belle went and had a look at where else it was on, Liverpool was the next closest one. So we've got to wait till June now. But we could have seen it last week if we'd have known about it, but we didn't know. So that was annoying. Only Fools and Horses, the scene where he falls in the bar. Oh, it's so good. Comic timing is perfect on that, isn't it? Also, I'll give you one that's very close to that. The chandelier episode. I mean, that the timing on that is brilliant. He hammers it down, and you think they're going to catch it, and it comes down behind him. It's the other chandelier. It's just like when you're watching that episode for the first time. I remember watching it for the first time, that episode, and it had me in stitches because I just did not expect there to be a second chandelier. It's brilliant, that. So that's another. That was another one, and the blow up dolls as well. I think Lisa's just mentioned the blow up dolls. That's funny, isn't it? Bloody good. That is so good, so good. I hope they never veto it like they have tried to do on other shows, because I know it does sometimes go a bit close to the edge with some of the stuff it does, but such a funny show. It's comedy. You can't veto comedy, I don't think. Paul Whitehouse plays Grandad. Yeah, I saw a clip. I don't know if he'll be playing Grandad at the one that I go to, because they always have alternatives, don't they? I hope he is, but I saw a clip of one where he was in it. I hope he's still in it. Chandeliers are based on a true story. Okay, we've hit 2 hours. I think it's time for the duck race. People are starting to leave. We're down to 100. We were on about 130 at one point, and people are just getting bored now because I'm waffling absolute crap. Let's go and get ready for the duck race. Oh, we've had some offers on stuff on the bay. I'll have a look at those afterwards. I need some sales before tomorrow's payment. I need to at least get to a decent number. Wasn't scripted either. Yeah, camaraderie. Was that the Italian boy? So funny, so funny. Jeff, who's also Uncle Albert in the chat from America, from Carolina. How do you find Only Fools and Horses over there? Because I know you started watching it after we sort of mentioned it and that. How do you find the comedy? Because it must be different to what you're used to watching, like comedy-wise. Like British comedy is a bit different to American comedy, isn't it? How do you find watching it, Jeff? Only Fools and Horses as an American. Do you get it? Let us know. What's this? Boise touched me. He was doing a tour. I was lucky enough to have a photo with him, and he put his arm around me. Oh. How did Marie think about that? Only Fools and Horses is brilliant, right up there with Monty Python. Good to hear. I'm glad you like it. You're never sure if like the comedy transcends the pond well enough. You know what I mean? Right, come on, let's get this duck race done. I'm actually getting a bit tired now. My throat's going, so I know I always use that excuse, but you try chatting away to yourself for 2 hours. I'm sure many of you do that on a daily basis. Right. Okay. Duck race. So where is it? Where is it? I've lost it. Right. Let's get this going. Oh, I'm all over the place now. I've forgotten what I'm doing. Who's ready for that duck race? People have been sitting on for weeks. Just get on with it, Chris. Bloody hell, get the duck race on. Just bear with me. Bear with. That should put us on. We have 57 ducks in the 150th race. Jeff, if you want to make note of that for your records. 57 ducks in the race. One day, I'm sure we're going to make it to 100 ducks. I'm not sure I'm going to like it, commentating on it, but I'm sure one day we're going to get there. Anyway, here we go for the 150th duck race. Now shuffle one more time. And they're off! Duck race number 150. Scouse Dan takes an early lead. Dorothy Watkinson in second place. And Ready Steady Retro is close there too. I can't quite see the name of the test. It's John Parker. Scouse Dan still leading. Andrea Shaw, TV, Angel Delight, all close. We've got some naked ducks there at the pack as well. Sarah B in the middle there, just hovering, waiting to pounce whenever the moment arises. 365 catching up at the bottom there with the policeman. Disney Rich is fading out towards the back. Angel Delight fading out. Probably not going to win. Andy Bentos is coming up at the top there. Jamie D with the punk duck. Nespresso is leading the pack with the purple duck at the moment. Resell for Rescue as well coming up now. Is 3 at the front. There's 365. Resell for Rescue and Nespresso all at the front. It's all pretty close as per usual. Ready Steady Retros coming back and forth like a bloody yo-yo. Just stay there. Stay somewhere, will you? We've got a new leader there. Can't see it. Flipping Wolf. Is it? No. Flipping. Yeah, Flipping Wolf resells it. No, they've gone in it. By the time I've read his name, he's gone. Delwyn Evans now with the Panda Duck takes the lead. Scouse Dan's come back into the fray again. Karen Evans as well. John Parker's up there as well. Similar names. Is it going to be one of the names that I've been reading out that's going to win this race? Towards the back of the pack, we have Deb Sardine. We've got Chris Reeves. We've got 365's faded out. George's Treasure Shed in a naked duck all at the back of the pack. really got no chance. Ian G, Resell for Rescue, Nespresso, Mr. AJ's are the 4 ducks at the front. Now it's only 3. There's 8 seconds to go. It's anyone's race. Anyone can win this. It's going to be someone from the middle of the pack who we've not heard of for the whole damn race. It is Dorothy Watkinson wins the duck race. Well done, Dorothy, with a very, very fetching strawberry duck. Well done to you. That's it. That's it. 150th race. Dorothy Watkinson wins. And Dorothy, you have won the 2 ducks here. You've got a Harley Quinn duck. And you've got this skiing duck. It's winter, I suppose. You've won those 2. So, Dorothy, please send me a message. Instagram or Facebook. And get me your address. And I'll get those in the post to you as soon as possible. I didn't even see Rachel Fantastic. She wasn't very fantastic in that race, was she? Let's face it. And... sorry. Yeah. Can we turn this shit off now? Where is it? Shut up. There we go. All right. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the duck race. I hope you enjoyed the show. 2 hours, 11 minutes. It's one of the longer ones. That's what she said. There's been so many potential clippings on tonight's show. We are done. Look out for a midweek video and a weekend video. I think we all need to message M's Den on their Instagram or drop a comment on one of their videos, because I think they need encouragement for a midweek live. We need to have this board meeting on a regular basis. So I think to give them the encouragement and to know that we want it and we need it, you need to go send them a message. So we'll end with that. We all need a board meeting. See you later.